Tim Burton's live-action CGI remake of the 1941 Disney classic Dumbo has largely failed to wow the critics ahead of its general release on Friday. The PG-certified movie tells the story of a young elephant whose oversized ears enable him to fly.He helps to save a struggling circus, but when the circus plans a new venture, Dumbo and his friends discover dark secrets beneath its shiny veneer. The Daily Mail's Brian Viner gave the film 2 stars, saying it is undermined by the worthiness of its animal rights message. He wrote, "Today's computer-generated imagery cannot make an elephant fly quite as convincingly as a team of clever animators could almost 80 years ago." For that reason, and several others, this latest non-musical Disney version, hard though it tries, never recaptures the abundant charm and magic of the original. A few good songs might have helped. On paper it makes sense for Burton, who once gave us a man with scissors for hands, to work with an elephant with ears for wings. The 60-year-old director of the 1990 fantasy film Edward Scissorhands is something of an oddball himself and likes to tell stories about social and physical misfits. But on screen, Burton's antipathy towards zoos and circuses looms all too large. Of course, animal cruelty should be abhorrent to everyone, yet his film is undermined by the worthiness of its animal rights message. Circuses don't have to be magnets for leering voyeurs. They can be places of innocent joy, too. As for the narrative, Burton and screenwriter Aaron Kruger have given it a sharp twist. In 1919, First World War veteran Holt Farrier, Colin Farrell, returns with only one arm. Previously, he'd been an acclaimed horseman with the Medici Brothers Circus. Now, sneaky Max Medici, Danny DeVito, wants to downgrade him to elephant carer. Yet Holt's children's loss is even greater. While Daddy was away at war, Mummy died in a flu epidemic. This gives us a double whammy of motherlessness, because the circus's prize elephant Mrs. Jumbo is guarded off in chains for causing a hoo-ha in the big top. The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw said that the spirit of the original film had been painfully detusked by Burton's new version. He adds, Tim Burton's new Dumbo lands in the multiplex big top with the doll thug. It is a flightless pachyderm of a film that saddles itself with 21st century shame at the idea of circus animals, overcomplicating the first movie, losing the directness, abandoning the lethal pathos, mislaying the songs, and finally getting marooned in some sort of steampunk Jurassic Park, jam-packed with retro-futurist boredom that had the kids at the performance I attended talking among themselves. The Daily Telegraph's Robbie Collins also wasn't a fan of Dumbo and wrote, "The problem with this latest entry in Disney's ever-expanding range of recycled classics isn't that it hews too close to the studio's original animated masterpiece, but that its many departures only muddle the original's nursery rhyme's simplicity and neuter its famous sustained emotional wallop." David Rooney from The Hollywood Reporter was also disappointed. He wrote, "The actors all do what they can, but mostly get lost in the shuffle and end up with too little to do, like Alan Arkin's cynical New York banker, but when that visual leaves a more captivating impression than a baby elephant spreading its ears and getting airborne like a glider, something is definitely off in the balance." The new Dumbo holds the attention, but too seldom tugs at the heartstrings. Not everyone was put off by this mammoth movie. Ben Travis from Empire gave it a 4-star review, writing, "An enchanting blend of Disney twinkle and Tim Burton's dark whimsy that's at its best when venturing off the beaten path." Come for the super cute elephant, stay for Keaton and DeVito's glorious reunion. Owen Gleiberman wrote for Variety, "Burton uses the wistful lullaby Baby Mine from the original movie. There's an Arcade Fire cover version over the closing credits, and he pays homage to the most off-the-hook sequence in Dumbo, the Pink Elephants on Parade's surrealist musical number, a kind of trip movie in miniature that you can see echoed in everything from Yellow Submarine to some of the more out-there Looney Tunes tunes." Burton references it by staging a fanfare with giant glistening soap bubbles that turn into elephants, a pleasing effect, but the sequence doesn't build or lead anywhere. It's just eye candy filler. And, while Dumbo remains a touching character, I wanted the reunion the movie is working toward to be wrenching. It's more like, Dumbo is no folly. It doesn't leave you feeling cheated. But it's not exhilarating either. It occupies a carefully tailored, under-imagined middle ground, where even an elephant who flies can come to seem, by the end, a figure of flamboyant caution.